It's a beautiful June evening and it's almost 8:30. And currently where we are, we're on the north coast and you can see the Mussenden Temple in the distance. And as we spin round here, there's the lovely coastal town of Castlerock. And then you've got the Port Stewart Strand, and then you've got Port Stewart itself all the way around to the corner there. And then in the very distance, you've got Port Rush and some of the more rugged County Antrim landscape. What you're seeing here is the remains or the ruins of the downhill de Mesney. It was built in the 18th century by a Church of Ireland bishop, and that's all very beautiful. But let's go and see one of the most popular tourist spots in all of Northern Ireland. This is the Mussenden Temple, and it was built by the same bishop in 1785, and he was a bit of a worldwide traveller. He loved Europe, and he was, on some of his travels, he went to Rome, and he was so impressed by some of the architecture that he decided, in some of his theological studies and some of his preaching engagement practice, he would come and design this on his beautiful estate. There's a little bit of detail if you want to stop the video here and read that, but we'll go on here, and you can see the sun setting just over Inishowen there in County Donegal in the Republic of Ireland. That's Inishowen there. Absolutely lovely. And there's an oil tanker there. I think it's an oil tanker, I presume so. Very nice. And here we are going down to the Mussenden Temple. Now, the bishop used it as a bit of a place to study. And it's quite an impressive building. It still stands over 200, nearly 250 years later. It's owned by the National Trust. And just as we go down here, you can see the steep drop. As we get closer, you'll be able to see it's built on a cliff edge. This, well, it's called the Mussenden Temple, but it was really a place for the bishop to go and entertain his guests and admire some of God's incredible creation. And you can see that body of water behind you is the Atlantic Ocean. So we're on the north coast of Northern Ireland. We're just beside that town of Castlerock in County Londonderry, and the Atlantic Ocean is just behind it. And as we spin round, you can see towards the Foyle Valley, and you can see Inishowen in County Donegal. And just as we get to the very, very edge of the cliff, you'll be able to see Downhill Beach, and you'll be able to see Benone Beach in the distance as well. It's quite a walk here. It's about a quarter of a mile from the downhill house to the Mussenden Temple. You can see they've got some portable loos here. It's very convenient. So I'm sure you're wondering when I'm going to eventually get here. I'm walking as fast as I can, so hopefully you bear with me. I'll talk less down here when I get down here, so I won't disturb the other people. I don't want them thinking that I'm a very famous YouTube influencer. I think they're gonna get lost here. Give us a bit of peace and quiet, me and my YouTube fans, to be able to watch this in a bit of peace. Look at that. Castlerock and Port Stewart and Port Rush all in the distance. Here we go. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Imagine coming here and doing some of your homework and doing some of your studying and looking out over that. Let's spin round here and you can get a good look. Absolutely breathtaking. I don't know what your Latin's like, but it's pretty amazing. Let's go over here, have a wee look. We see the drop. There you go, it's a big drop, isn't it? So that's Downhill Beach there. You've got the people on the cars on the beach, and then Benone in the distance. So let's zoom in and see what we can see here. There's some people doing a bit of getting their feet wet. And they've got their cars there. Hopefully they don't get caught out. Those cars are getting quite near the waves. And if you're not sure, that is a train track there. So the Belfast to Londonderry train runs along that track, and I'm sure it actually goes beneath our feet here. So it's one of the most picturesque train journeys in the world. Just look at the drop there. Look at that. Look at the green and clearness of the sea. Look at the sun reflecting on it. Again, it's about 8:30 at night. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? So I'm going to climb this gate here. I'm just going to show you the last wee bit here. There's a wee sign over here. Talks about the birds. So it says on a clear day you can see some beautiful views to the west of Benone and McGilligan. That's right, that's Benone and McGilligan over there. Says also you can see some of the Scottish islands today. I don't think so. No, I don't think you can see any Scottish islands today. But very, very beautiful. So this concludes our wonderful video here of the Mussenden Temple overlooking the Atlantic Ocean on the north coast of Northern Ireland. Absolutely breathtaking. Have a lovely day wherever you are.